Hey everyone, it's Little Lollycat here, back with another review. This time I am reviewing Mydiapers, which were sent to me by ABDL Factory, where you can pick up a pack of 10 of them for £14, and they come in multiple different designs, as people I'm sure have seen. They come in this one, which I think is one of their most babyish designs, but then they also come in a princess design, blue, I want to say blue emo kids pencil case because it kind of looks that way. I am not a fan of the blue one so much. I think it does look a bit like a teenager's pencil case. They have the plain white ones as well, which I do quite like. But these ones are £14, pack of 10. They have a waistband in the front and back. They have changed their design from when I first got them, because they used to be much darker. So they have these blue sides with the pink, which you can actually see the original colour underneath where it's much bluer, which I'm not sure, I think I preferred the original colour because it's a little bit faded as it is. They are a reasonably sized made. They have a very strange assortment of creatures on the front. So there's like an elephant colouring in, a snail, a mouse, a cupcake, a dog, a bee, cats on top of each other, hearts. It's quite a strange assortment, but I'd say it doesn't take away from its aesthetic at least. It still looks quite babyish and cutesy. Has high standing leg guards, blue strip inside, which means that there should be more sap in this area, but I will have warnings about this because they do not hold the most. I will tell you that right now. They have 2 tabs, which are really far apart. I think they're about 3 inches apart, roughly, close to 3 inches, maybe 2.5. But the tabs are quite decent on them, so they do have that to their name. I'm sort of giving parts of my overall review away already. So these are actually the second type I tried ever, after I had tried the Cuddles All Over print, and I thought they were quite cute, and I really do quite like the plain white ones, I will say. But I will tell you that they're good if you don't mind a lot, or if you're more of an aesthetic wearer, and they're kind of like the cheaper alternative to an ABDL dip, because they are a factory brand, they're not a brand. So the factory themselves actually produces and designs them, which is how they look the way they do, and why they've got like the strangest assortment of things on them, and why they are so cheap. So there is no middleman sort of thing. But they are not, I think they fit well, they sit well, they come quite low down, they are slightly larger made, but not to the extent ABU or Bambino are, or Kiddo, which I tried recently. Sorry, I don't have a review for Kiddo, but they're slightly larger made. They are quite, I don't know, they sit quite nice. They don't come up too high on me, I think. And aesthetically, I think they're all there. Plastic wise, they are fairly crinkly. They're not the thickest, so they are hideable, which I think these are actually the first ones I ever went outside in. The plastic is very thick on them. You can feel it's quite thick. It's not the softest plastic, but it is thick. The only downside is the sap, which it expands a little. It's not the most absorbent, and honestly, they're like a budget brand for a reason, and I think the sap is mostly the biggest reason, because they just don't hold that much, which is a shame, because I think they're one of the few brands that do an all white that I've tried that I really like. So they only hold about 3 wettings for me, I would say. One large flood and I'm like, can't trust anymore, gotta change. But they are very, very cute. So I definitely do recommend them, especially to anyone who is first starting out. There's like a list of what I think people should try right at the beginning. And if you're in the UK, obviously it's like a rite of passage, you have to try Cuddles. If you are, and then beyond that, I'd say Mydiaper, because it's a budget brand, it gives you a good baseline to work from, and it sort of gives you an idea of what you like a bit more. And then Rears, because they are not a budget brand, but they are puffy and cute. And if you're going to like size, then Rears are definitely the ones to go for. I used to really suggest Bambino, but I've gotten really disappointed with their tapes, but they are still very babyish and cute and quite soft. And Dotty, obviously, because I'm a big pushover for Dotty and Tykables. Yes. Tykables was like my huge go-to, both Snuggies at the time. But honestly, all the ones I just mentioned are actually available and will be available in the links down below, which is from ABDL Factory, which is where I got these. But they are definitely worth a try. Especially if you don't have the most money and you're not the biggest user of them. If you tend to go for more use, I would say hold out and pay for something a little bit more expensive. And get something a little bit more expensive, because you're going to want that usage factor. But if not, these are like fine to go. They're a fine go-to. They're a cheap alternative in your wardrobe, and they're still babyish, and they still look quite little, and they will add to your little space. So, hopefully that was helpful, and I will talk to you all later. Bye everyone!